How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another video where today I am doing something a little bit different. We are going to be doing a tier list for the first time on this channel, and the first time for me personally, of all the animes I've watched, all the animes I am currently watching, or all the animes I tried to watch. There's a lot more animes that I've watched, I guarantee. It's just these are the ones that came off the top of my head, and some of them are even like ones that are repeats. So you see like 3 Dragon Balls here because technically Dragon Ball Super, Dragon Ball Z are all different things, so that's why I have it like that there. If you guys do enjoy this, make sure to hit that like button if you subscribe and do share with friends. Leave me a lot to me. Let me know what other things I should try to do as like tier lists. Categories we have right now is goated, meaning it'll go down in fucking history. They've done it, meaning really great. It's awesome. 100% loved it. I would recommend to a friend. It's like I enjoyed it and it's good enough that I'm like I wouldn't be too embarrassed to like send it over. And then I enjoyed it. A lot of these shows that I like finished watching, of course I'm gonna enjoy it. There's only one reason why I'd be able to watch it, but I wouldn't recommend it to someone personally. And then I can't watch this, meaning I wasn't able to watch it. Getting started, we have Attack on Titan. Either it could be put in they've done it or goated. I'm personally gonna put it in goated because I did mention how goated is more of that historical base. Without Attack on Titan, I don't think anime would be as big as it is right now, specifically because during COVID, and I want to say Attack on Titan was the anime that got people to watch it, just because Attack on Titan separated that cartoon and anime like stereotype that people see within it. Like Attack on Titan shows that blood, it shows how deep a backstory can be, like that sadness when like characters died. I forgot to mention there are gonna be spoilers if you haven't watched any of these. I wouldn't say top tier goated, like it's there where it's like, oh, all right, this is changed like history realistically there. Akame Gun Kill. I'm going to put this in, I would recommend this to a friend. I could put it in they've done it, but it's like there's how many other shows that like I feel like are in this category that I feel wrong to put Akame. I'm gonna put it at, I'm gonna put it in they've done it, and as we go on I can just always change it. Akame Gun Kill I personally fucking loved. They did it in such a short amount of time too, 24 episodes, especially towards the end when like they revealed Tatsumi wasn't the main character realistically. It was Akame. The show is called Akame Gun Kill, and we were always focused on Tatsumi. Starts off with his friends dying, straight blood. I remember watching this for the first time and I just see a lady get chopped in half by fucking scissors. I was like, my jaw dropped when I watched it. I'm gonna put it in they've done it. I have a strong feeling though I could possibly be bringing that down later on. Black Clover. This is gonna piss off a lot of people. I know for sure. A lot of people say Goat Clover. I'm actually gonna put Black Clover in that I would recommend to a friend. Don't get me wrong, I enjoyed Black Clover. Like, I liked it because of the action. I didn't like it because of the story. I didn't like it because of the death. There is really no death involved within Black Clover at all. I liked it because the fight scenes, everything like that there. That I would put it in, I would recommend to a friend. Because it's not big on that storytelling area. What's really going to bring it up is that story plus the fighting and all that there. Also the character development, which I feel like Black Clover really just neglects a lot. So I'm going to put that in that I would recommend to a friend. That's going to piss off a lot of people. I know that as a fact. I know in the manga it does get better. I'm mostly doing this off like the show, like the animes. And off the canon stuff. Not too much the filler, but off all the canon stuff. Blue Lock, 6 episodes deep, just started. I'm enjoying it. That, like, there's nothing much to be said. This is like preemptive replacement here. Black Butler, I'll put that in enjoyed it. It's definitely not going in I would recommend to a friend. Black Butler is one of the first animes I've ever watched. The pacing was just I just remember how slow the pacing was. The fights were good. They weren't great, but they were good. Like, it was fun to watch the fights. that I'm gonna put it and enjoyed it. I wouldn't recommend it to a friend though. Assassination Classroom. That one's like more of a go getter, but I wouldn't put it as I would recommend to a friend though. It's a little bit slow. Like, I did enjoy it. I would say I enjoyed it more than Black Butler just because the pacing was better. I wouldn't say I would recommend that to a friend just yet. Like, if they got deeper within anime, yes, I would recommend that to a friend. Don't get me wrong, Koro's death is very sad. 7 Deadly Sins. I have to put I recommend to a friend because I did recommend to a friend and she loved the show. But yeah, so I'm gonna put this. I personally enjoyed 7 Deadly Sins way more than Black Clover. I wouldn't say they've done it just because the last season kind of butchers a little bit of it. The fight styles, backstory, everything was amazing. Like, you had Escanor's death, which kind of felt like Neji's death a little bit within Naruto, whereas like kind of pushed to the side. That I wouldn't put it to, like, if the animation was better in the last season, the storyline wasn't as rushed as well, and then they took that death a little bit better, I would definitely put some Deadly Sins in that they've done it area. Bleach. So, I know I said I wasn't going to mention too much of the manga, but see how the 1,000-Year Blood War arc is going. Ooh, we're putting that in goated. If you guys know anything about the manga or have been watching 1,000-Year Blood War arc, Bleach is just something different, man. Like, everything with the betrayals with Aizen and like the whole plot twist and everything like that, even with the Fullbringer arc, Ginjo's betrayal, that was something that like you didn't expect at all. Bleach is a big 3. It's a big 3 for a reason. Honestly, if you're considering the filler, I drop it all the way down to I enjoy it. But I always, again, like I mentioned, I'm not considering filler. It's more of that canon manga, canon and off anime, a little bit off manga for this one, just because it's finally now getting animated. So I'm considering it. Boruto. This one's. So I did watch it, kind of watched it. I skipped majority of it and just watched all the Naruto and Sasuke stuff that, like, with Barry on Naruto, Kuruma's death, everything like that there. Stepping those aside, if I didn't know those were a thing, I was never gonna finish it. I was never gonna watch it. I was never gonna finish it. I'm putting Boruto to I cannot fucking watch this shit. The episodes just feel like filler. It is so slow. They ruined the character models. How the fuck do you make Tsunade's boobs go fucking flat? Who does that shit? Yeah, so I'm gonna put Boruto and I can't watch this because Naruto and Sasuke literally carry the show. But if I didn't know those moments were involved in Boruto, I would never watch it. Chainsaw Man. This one's only 5 episodes long right now. I'm putting it to I enjoy it. I'm actually gonna put it underneath Blue Lock, personally. Like, this is gonna surprise people because I know Chainsaw Man's a beloved manga right now. There's just something about it right now. I don't know if it's because MAPPA, it's the first time MAPPA's working on it. Their use of CGI is just throwing me off so much when I watch this show. It's not like they use it bad within the fights, they just use it when they don't need to use it. They use it during the lifestyle, like, portions and the close-up. Like, if it was a far distance, a Demon Slayer has done that. But, like, it's close distance and they're doing, like, CGI. I just can't. It's not something I would recommend to a friend right now. I love Denji. I relate to him a lot. Like, trust me. And, like, I would honestly, if I was going to recommend a show within this category, I'd pick any of these 3 before I pick Chainsaw Man right now. Classroom of the Elite. This one is moving away from our normal, like everything normal here. Like, I know Blue Lock isn't like fighting or anything like that, same with Classroom of the Assassin, but they have like a lot of action based stuff here. Classroom of the Elite is something way different. Classroom of the Elite is literally just manipulation. You have the laziest but smartest character as the main character, and I love those characters. Like, Shikamaru is one of my favorite characters of all time. Part of me wants to put it, they've done it, but I would honestly say I would recommend to a friend, just because I personally enjoyed 7 Deadly Sins and Black Clover way more because I'm also an action type person. So I'm gonna put it below 7 Deadly Sins and Black Clover there. Code Geass. So Code Geass didn't come onto my radar until Attack on Titan, part 4, because everyone was talking about, oh, Eren is not as good as Lucio. I wouldn't say they've done it. Like, it's a good show. I enjoyed it. I would also recommend to a friend, again, because he's not smart. He's not lazy, though. He's smart. Manipulation type stuff. This is gonna start turning. This is where things start getting a little controversial here now. Dragon Ball. So this is where like the 3 series difference takes place. Dragon Ball Super, Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball, I'm gonna put in. I enjoyed it. I'm gonna put it. It's an old anime. I'm honestly gonna put it at the bottom compared to the other ones. I definitely enjoyed more than Dragon Ball, the original Dragon Ball, the way. Because the original Dragon Ball, it's very old. It was made in 1986. Of course, you're going to have all these other animes be beyond that. Episode starts off with Bulma shooting him in the forehead. Like, what kind of show starts off with that main character, who's a child living in the mountains, gets shot by a teenage girl in the fucking forehead looking for Dragon Balls? The thing is, I watched Dragon Ball after Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball is not very needed within the show. That's why I kind of have all the Dragon Ball series kind of separated there. Dragon Ball Super. Honestly, I'd say my biggest issue with Dragon Ball Super was the first 2 arcs. They already had the God of Destruction. Sorry, not God of Destruction. Dragon Ball Battle of Gods out. They had Resurrection F out. I kind of felt like it was unneeded to do that, but I kind of get why they did it, was to buy time. But even then, the manga still didn't catch up to the anime because of how high in demand it was. I think what really saves Dragon Ball of not being I would recommend to a friend would be the Goku Black arc and the Tournament of Power arc. I definitely enjoyed it a lot. I definitely loved it a lot more than Akagame Gonna Kill, because let's be honest, Ultra Instinct, Dragon Ball Z was the first anime I watched. It's gonna hold its dear place in my heart, and we can't not say like a lot. There still wasn't no iconic speeches or like anything like that within Dragon Ball Super. Dragon Ball Z, goated. That will be for sure #1 goated anime on this list. That whole series, not a single bad arc. Worst arc is probably like a 9 out of 10, and Akira Toriyama was purposely trying to end the series. You have the Saiyan Saga, start of a rivalry of Vegeta versus Goku. The over 9,000 line Frieza Saga. Everyone knows the iconic Dragon Ball Z, Super Saiyan. Even if they don't watch fucking anime, they all know the whole yelling portion. The Cell Saga and the combining with the Android Saga. And you have Gohan's first time going Super Saiyan 2. Super Vegeta. That's where the one-liners from Vegeta starts coming out. Introduction of Trunks. That was one of the most badass introductions to a character ever. The Buu Saga. Akira Toriyama is purposely trying to end it. The series. People fell in love with it. Majin Vegeta. Vegeta's whole character development comes into a full circle and ends finally with him being a good guy. Goku's Super Saiyan 3 transformation. Dude, that yell goes on forever and ever, and it's still so badass. Seeing Ultimate Gohan, Gotenks, nothing's gonna beat that one there. It was also made how long ago? 1989. Death Note. That one's a little bit fuzzy, I'm not gonna lie. I enjoyed it, but I don't think it's gonna sit well with like I would recommend to a friend area. So I'm gonna put it, I enjoyed it. You know, we'll place it there, and I'll kind of go over the like where my placements on each category belongs later. Demon Slayer, they've done it. Honestly, I'm putting it over Dragon Ball Super. Actually, because the problem with Dragon Ball Super is they have so many iconic areas that it's just you know, we'll put it between there. Go over it later, like I said. But Demon Slayer definitely has made a huge mark on anime in general. Every anime, I think, has to step up their animation quality because of Demon Slayer's entertainment arc. One thing I do have a problem with Demon Slayer is the killing off of Rengoku. Like, so a lot of people thought that was sad. I did not. I'm someone that's watching Naruto. We saw Jiraiya's death, everything like that. Vegeta's whole death and sacrifice. They had, like, so much buildup. Rengoku died within less than, like, 3 episodes. Not 3 episodes. The movie was, like, an hour and 40 minutes. Not, like, within like a 5 episode like span, with barely any background context. I never got why people like were sad about it. That's the only thing I have with Demon Slayer is just I feel like they could have added more backstory. I know this next arc, it's supposed to be a little bit more backstory, but like I feel like they can add a little bit more. Edge Runner. I would definitely recommend it to a friend. It's similar to Akame Gun Kill, killing off a bunch of people in very short episodes. It's only like 10 episodes long. It's a good show. Just weird with the nudity portion. That was just always weird. But Fate Stay the Night. I am putting that to... They can either be I would recommend to a friend or they've done it. I want to be very careful with the they've done it area because I know that there's going to be more adding onto it. So I'm going to put for right now Stay the Night as the top of I would recommend to a friend. I definitely enjoyed it a lot more than Seven Deadly Sins. It's the same animation company, I believe, as Demon Slayer, so the animation was amazing. The plot twist of Archer also being Shido is amazing. Lancer's death because of fucking that stupid priest dude. Rin's also a badass. Fate/Zero. That one I would also recommend to a friend. I wouldn't say I enjoyed it as much as Stay the Night. That I would put it beneath Fire Force. I believe so. A lot of people, I feel like a lot of people are gonna be bothered already by the fact that I have Black Clover and Seven Deadly Sins. Well, at least Black Clover, not within Demon Slayer, because like it's that whole like debate on like, oh, who's the new big three. I honestly preferred Fire Force more than Black Clover, but I also enjoyed it a little bit more than Fate Stay the Night and Akame Gun Kill. I feel like it's not the fact that Fire Force is here, it's the fact that Black Clover is here. I feel like it's gonna piss a lot of y'all. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, I'm putting that in, they've done it. I would say below Attack on Titan though. God of High School, I put it in Enjoy It category. I put it below, not below, I put it above Assassination Classroom. I wouldn't put it in Fate Zero. Yeah, it's Hakuroki. This was another one of the animes I watched, was one of the first animes I watched. I watched it with my sister. I'm gonna put it that I enjoyed it. It's gonna be at the bottom of it. Hunter x Hunter. This one's gonna be a little bit controversial as well, or a lot of people are gonna hate what I'm about to do. I am going to put this below Black Clover. It's not going in, they've done it. My favorite arc of it was the city one when they first introduced the Phantom Troopers. It's not like I hated the Chimera arc, I hated the pacing of the Chimera arc. The fact that we're hearing a narrator in slow motion makes everything go by so slow. And I watched a lot of these animes while doing the overnights at work that it just bored me as hell when I was watching Hunter x Hunter sometimes. Inuyasha, I enjoyed it. Again, a lot of these old shows aren't going to be able to compete with these new ones there. I definitely enjoy it. I wouldn't recommend to a friend, especially with all these new ones out there. Jujutsu Kaisen, based off one season plus the movie. It is going, they've done it. They've done it. Honestly, I can't wait for like what's coming up soon. The movie looks awesome. I know some things that happened within the manga, which I wish I didn't know, but it's very good. I enjoyed it a lot more than Black Clover. I put it between Fire Force, actually. I would say I enjoyed Jujutsu Kaisen a lot more than Fire Force because I like a tall one with a big butt like Jennifer Lawrence. I still feel like Black Clover is going to piss off. This Black Clover being here is going to piss off a lot of people. My Hero Academia. This one also might piss some people off. I'm putting it in I would recommend to a friend. Really hated the villains. Like the whole like My Villain Academia arc. There are some lackluster points within it as well. Oh my god. Like the consistency of it just wasn't the greatest. Deku crying all the time just pissed me off as well. Naruto Shippuden. Goated. It's a big three. I put it over Bleach just because Jiraiya's death, Itachi's death, Obito's death. The more the backstory you got with Kakashi, Itachi, Minato's goodbye, Minato's welcome in. Like, Naruto Shippuden, the pacing was bad at the start, but definitely got a lot better. The ending, I'm going to say this Kakashi versus Obito fight was the best like hand-to-hand combat animation I've ever seen. So that's going to go beneath Dragon Ball Z. I feel like that's also pretty much self-explanatory. Naruto, OG Naruto, also they've done it. I'd say Naruto has to be in the they've done it. it's not like Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z where it's like you can watch one without, like you can watch the other without watching the beginning. Well, you can watch Dragon Ball Z but without watching Dragon Ball. But with Naruto, I feel like you have to watch OG Naruto and Naruto Shippuden. One Piece. So I am only on episode 100 and like 50, not 54, 45 of it. So I just started it. I am gonna put it in. For right now, people are gonna hate me for it. I'm gonna put it to I recommend to a friend. Just for right now. Again, this is preemptive. I'm not that deep into it. A lot of people complain on how long it is. If it wasn't good, it wouldn't be that long. So it's definitely gonna be a good show. I'm just putting it there because of how far I've gotten into it. I just finished the Alabasta arc. Spy X Family. I would recommend to a friend. It's definitely a different twist. Like it's more of that nice family feel. It's gonna be at the bottom if I would recommend to a friend. I actually enjoy it a lot more than all these other shows right now, surprisingly. So I'm gonna put it to I recommend as a friend. Tokyo Ghoul, also I recommend to a friend. The only problem was after the second season, it really just went downhill. I'm gonna put it before Classroom of the Elite. Actually, that's what I do. Tokyo Revengers, I would put to I enjoyed it. I wouldn't recommend it to a friend, to be honest. Recommend to a friend, like it just has a different vibe to it that it just Villain Saga I actually would recommend to a friend. I would say I actually enjoyed it more than My Hero. Yeah, enjoyed it more than My Hero there. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Okay, these two are kind of easy ones. I can't watch this. JoJo's. A lot of people are gonna hate on that one, but I just couldn't get into the fight styles or like any of the animation, really. Everything about it just really bored me within the first season that I just stopped watching it. Like, it's the same thing with how Boruto. If I didn't know something was, like, good gonna happen in Boruto, I wouldn't have watched Boruto. Reincarnated Slime, just very slow. Reorganize everything within each category. I don't want to touch its goated. I think this is completely fine. Again, One Piece should be in there if I was like more caught up on it. But for right now, it's staying that I would recommend to a friend. They've done it. I think I'm gonna drop Akame Gun Kill. I'm gonna drop Akame Gun Kill actually, because it feels weird having that with these other shows. So I'm gonna drop Akame Gun Kill. I would recommend to a friend. One Piece, I'm actually enjoying a little bit more right now. Akame Gun Kill, keep it like that. Actually, Fate series over Akame Gun Kill there. I think I enjoyed Tokyo Ghoul actually a little bit more than Hunter x Hunter, just because the pacing was a little bit better as well, and it wasn't as long. I enjoyed it. This is where I need to start readjusting. So, Black Butler, you're definitely going underneath Dragon Ball there. I can see Blue Lock and Chainsaw Man being better. I'd put Dragon Ball over Blue Lock and Chainsaw Man, actually. I'd put Dragon Ball over Tokyo Revengers, now I think about it. Assassination Classroom and God of High School. I put Assassination Classroom over the God of High School, actually. Yeah, keep it like that. I gotta keep it like this here. I watched more episodes of Reincarnated Slime and JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, so that is basically it for my tier list. You guys can yell at me in the comments for leaving Black Clover, Hunter x Hunter, and My Hero in I would recommend to a friend area. If you guys did enjoy this, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and do share with friends. It means a lot to me. Let me know what other things I should do, even though it might piss off a lot of people. Again, a lot of these is just opinion based, but yeah, that's it for the video, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.